I guess they should have called it Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantum Mediocrity. Hey everybody, this is Tom with Tom's Talk Show, and I decided to move and start producing videos on this channel, my talk show channel, that are just general things about pop culture. That's kind of in the tag. It's like talk about whatever I wanted to talk about and leave all of the technology, computer things on Tom's Tech Show, because that's, and leave it as that. I thought that was going to be a better split now that I have this channel and doing things. Yes, there's less people over here, but I'll let everybody on the other channel know if you want to catch up with that, then come over here. So yeah. But anyway, I was looking and checking because we typically go see the Marvel movies. I mean, I have my Marvel little thing here. This is, of course, only up until, if I can look the right way. So there's Guardians of the Galaxy, but there is no, it's not even straight. What am I doing? There's no Captain Marvel on there, and that's why I wanted that one. So that is, like more just like a regular Avengers, not quite Endgame kind of display of characters. So, but we do have Guardians of the Galaxy, which is, one of the more favorite ones that I have. But we're going to talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and the reviews are simply not good. And this has kind of course, been since Endgame. I mean, they did such a good job, I think, of building everything and building upon everything all the way up until Endgame, that after that, the steam is gone. There's, just nothing. And now it's all, kind of, social justice, messaging, whatever Disney's narrative is this week. So that's, so naturally they're losing audience, as they go through. So here's some of the reviews. I mean, I watched some of the videos on this, and some of these people did was just read the bad ones. So it's like, okay, well, let's read some of the good ones and see if there's anything, that's redeemable, right? I mean, we want to know this. And I'm only on Top Critics. Right now, the score is like 49%. So when I watched some other videos before, it was at 52. So it's dropping. So this one says, ultimately one of Marvel's dullest and most unnecessary movies. And that, I think, can almost be said about any of them after Endgame right now. So this one says, is so quietly charismatic that no matter how many civilizations Kang destroys, you kind of want him to win. And I don't think that doesn't seem like a good review. That, like, meaning maybe we need the MCU to be over with, right? So it's superheroicity finally exceeding its shelf life at the movies. And that's another thing that, are we done? Do we have like superhero movie fatigue? I mean, I did go see the latest, the Black Adam movie, and that was pretty fun. I mean, it was, I guess it was worth my free ticket. We're part of the, Cinemark movie club, and so we go, whenever we get a couple of credits. So, and we don't pay for all the extra XD sound and everything else. I don't need that. I just want to watch a movie that's a little bit better than in my living room, basically, and get we can get popcorn, but we just can't get the butter. I mean, these people need to figure out how to get, dairy-free butter in the theater so that we can have butter on our popcorn. Now, the drive-in has just butter flavoring, and it's not dairy-based, so we can have that, so drive-in is kind of fun. And that's the other experience, drive-in experience is also pretty fun way for going to movies. Okay, Quantumania, it goes big, but it never forgets that Ant-Man is our guy. Okay, well, that seems all right. I mean, this is the third Ant-Man movie in this series, so naturally each one of them is going to have to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. So, as is often the case in the franchise realm, far less attention has been paid to the story, none of which transpires is surprising, which puts the burden on the actors. Okay. The movie winds up being confusing and dull. Okay. Hordes of visual effects artists whose names roll in the Infinity credits are the veritable auteurs of the film with no overarching sensibility to guide them. And that's what I've seen about a lot of these things, even like Black Adam. It's like every, you always see at the end of the credits, you'll always see like 6 or 7 special effects houses that they've sent all this out to. And every single one of them, I think, has like a level of achievement that they have to put forth that they feel it's like, well, it's a very cutthroat business, right? Hollywood's very, very built on fear, cutthroat business there that, you want to be able to, if one movie house one special effects house doesn't quite do, enough scenes, they don't render it fast, in enough frames, they don't do something, have enough, motion or detail or something. I'm sure they're all afraid that they will never get, the next job, where maybe sometimes a more subtle, a lighter effects approach, might be a better way to go. I mean, I'm sure in Top Gun, Maverick, there were probably a ton of special effects, but I mean, that movie was, didn't exist because of its special effects. It existed because of the story, right? And that's what you want. And I think that's what some of these Marvel movies have lost, right? Give us a story that is good, that leads the character down a path that, maybe a hero's journey where they try something on their own, they fail, they need to go find a teacher, kind of thing to help them learn. And then when they get back to the challenge in the movie, they feel that they can do it and succeed in the end, kind of this hero's journey kind of plight there, kind of thing. Instead of just, here, I'll go here. And that was the last Doctor Strange movie was just, I mean, I don't even know if there was a set built anywhere, for that movie. I mean, it was just like, here's this ginormous special effect, here's this ginormous special effect, here's this, and I think that's what's, continually going on in these Marvel movies is just this overwhelming, and I think we all have a special effects fatigue, right? I mean, it does get to be too much often. So there's too much to sift through, and occasionally, like a visually inspired subatomic set piece, bits of the roiling family tension among the actors are much better than their scripts, but there's nowhere to hide from the MCU's accelerating sprawl. And that's a lot of what it is, I think. I mean, I did pull up, this is the list on Rotten Tomatoes here of all of the MCU movies. And if we start at the bottom, of course, there's Inhumans, which is decidedly horrible. Iron Fist, which was also very bad. Eternals, which was just, an identity politic checking off a bunch of boxes movie with kind of no point. And then we've got Ant-Man and the Wasp is number 4. So it's in the list starting from the bottom. Ant-Man and the Wasp is number 4. Punisher, I don't think I ever saw Punisher. Thor: Love and Thunder, it was mediocrity at best. The Dark World was just very, very, just like the title says, dark. So, the Iron Mans, all that, Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, the multiverse of special effects that go completely nowhere, right next to the She-Hulk. I mean, some of these things are very odd because, their rating 74, viewer rating 71, then we come to She-Hulk, their rating 75, viewers rating 33. So, I don't know if you can order this by viewer review rating. That would be nice. Audience score, there we go. So, of course, No Way Home is going to be the absolute best. We don't have an audience score for the Ant-Man movie now yet because it's not been released. But, I mean, Cloak and Dagger, Iron Fist, The Old Incredible Hulk, Runaways, Defenders, Iron Man, Luke Cage, all these bottom ones, I'm sure that Ant-Man end up being very low on the charts as well for people. I mean, I think they continue to want to just put out movies thinking that they're Marvel fans out there. They're just going to go see it. And the more movies they put out, the more the hyper loyal fans will continue to go and to continue to see them. And some of these things, I'm okay with skipping and waiting for them on Disney Plus, which I really wish I could get rid of Disney Plus, but we have Hulu as our TV provider, and that's built into it. You cannot get Hulu with your live TV without getting Disney Plus and ESPN Plus, but they force it all on you. So, which is odd for how they're losing so many, Disney's, bleeding subscriptions from Disney Plus. So that's all the people that have something else, or maybe people are moving away from Hulu to something else, and that's also killing it because that's getting outrageously expensive as well. So, are you going to go see Quantumania? I guess is my final question here. Are you going to go see it? You got to, follow along and be the Marvel fan and just continue to watch these things. Probably the Marvels will skip. They have a few of them that are coming out still that they've announced. The Marvels will probably skip. Fantastic Four hopefully will be good. And then we have the two Avengers movies, the Kang Wars and the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. So hopefully the Avengers Assembly movies will actually bring things together, make them good again, and have it be... I mean, if you have the first Avengers movie and that's, horribly boring, like, you take all these boring characters from all these boring movies that people are not liking, and you putting them into an Avengers ensemble doesn't make the ensemble movie suddenly, oh, this is going to be better because you've now lumped all the boring characters together. That doesn't work. So that's something we're going to have to wait and see in 2025 in a few years. So, and we'll see how Fantastic Four goes. I liked the other not the last Fantastic Four, but the other two Fantastic Four movies before that. So we will see. So are you going to go see it? I'm probably going to go see it, and this may be a drive-in movie. I think we're going to go do the drive-in. So, all right. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Take care. Bye.